Hello,
guys, welcome back to our channel.
Boat Car Ventures. I'm sure you can't forget us. We're the crazy guys in a bright yellow boat car travelling around the world.
For the last couple of years, we are knackered. We've decided that for a few weeks we're just going to have a little break and just kind of recoup on what we did last year, because we did so much. And bearing in mind the new guys that are turning up to our channel, hello. By the way, you guys are probably not going all the way back.
So I suggest you hit the button, check out our old videos and go through them, and you'll see how we started and where we've ended up.
And there was loads.
So much for we've actually forgotten what we've done. I've actually forgotten most of the places we went to.
Oh my gosh, we've probably done like about 5 or 6 theme parks.
Plus a lot of other stuff in between.
5 or 6 boating holidays.
Yeah.
We've gone to places that we never thought we would, to be fair. And we're like totally stoked, completely like this was not expected. The channel was not even really expected. We didn't really plan anything. So it was just like, let's just jump in this yellow car and go.
Yeah, and we did.
We did.
Amongst all other things, along the way, we've had lots of breakdowns and all that kind of stuff, which we will talk about in another video. But we decided to not only remind ourselves what we've done, because we don't have time to watch. Elaine edits all the videos up to this point, and we watched them, but we don't. You almost think, oh, I've done it already, but then you think, oh, what did we do last time?
Yeah.
Where was that? Did we actually go there? And it's like, and yeah, because we're doing it, we forget to actually watch our videos. So we rely on you guys to watch the videos and let us know what you think.
And we're just kind of planning our itinerary for for this year, because there is a lot. There's a lot that's going to be happening.
A lot to go. So anyway, let's start off with the theme parks, because so what we're going to jump into.
I think we've got to definitely start the theme parks. We first of all started in we started in Wales, but then we went on to Lancashire, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So Lancashire, of course, as you guys know, I think it's South Lancashire, which is Blackpool.
Da.
And it was amazing. Blackpool, if you guys don't know,
most of you don't. A lot of people have never been to Blackpool, never heard of it.
I know, it's unbelievable. And of course, it has Blackpool Tower as well, which they have now renamed as Blackpool Eye.
Why?
It's just I would assume because at the top you go up and you can have a 360 view of the whole of Blackpool. It's odd, I know.
I still call it Blackpool Tower.
But we've
known it as that. Not to confuse anyone.
So, obviously, Blackpool Tower is not actually part of the actual theme park, but once you've done the tower, then you can go into the theme park, or vice versa. When you get into that theme park, it is all hands down on deck, literally. It's madness. Yeah, the theme park,
it's always under construction, in terms of they're always adding new rides and they're repairing new ones, which is great.
Yeah.
They invest quite a lot into the theme park, and it does show. I mean,
what was the first ride? So we went on to Iconic, right?
Right.
Is it Iconic or Icon?
Icon. Well, Iconic is iconic.
Yeah.
It's Icon. That's the ride which I thought the gentleman that was taking us on the rides he said, I'm sure he said, we're going to break you in with a nice easy ride.
Yeah.
When we got the ride, obviously, unless you've seen a ride before, which we know all the rides in Blackpool now, but I thought it was going to be
a nice, easy going.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a roller coaster, and clearly there's no roller coaster that don't throw you there, but we thought it was going to be we were thinking more about the kids.
Yeah.
Because we've got 2 little girls on there, never been on a roller coaster in their life.
No.
And this roller coaster set off.
And that little boy, none of them.
None of them.
Yeah.
And I thought, when this roller coaster set off, I went, this ain't a standard roller coaster. And we found out it's a brand new ride, and it's one of the most craziest roller coasters I've ever been on. Yeah,
it is mad. Literally, you jump on that thing and it like zooms off in no time, and you're doing I think there's about 2 or 3 loops in it, and then once you get there, do you go backwards?
No, it just comes in.
Oh, you just come in. But then at the back, you have got another seat, which you got to pay extra for, right?
Yes.
It's about 15, 20 quid.
So, yeah, per seat.
Yeah, per seat, per person. Yeah. And on that, the seat is literally independently turning,
rotates
as the ride goes forward.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
I didn't go on that one only because I suppose.
Ah, your whip.
No, I'm not. When you're driving a lot, and the thing is, I've got to drive back to where we're staying. What I didn't want to do is go on a ride what's going to make me feel ill and everything, because I've got to drive back, and obviously it's one of those things. Not only that, I think we still had issues with the car at that point, so I had to keep my head on, and I really wanted to go on it, but I thought I won't do it. I always take these decisions when if I don't feel 100%, I'll say no.
And as usual, I took the short straw, so I went onto it, and it literally nearly took my head off. But it was interesting, it was really good. I think I went on it, no, we were going to go on it twice, but we didn't in the end, because there's just so much to experience in Blackpool. It's mad.
Yep.
What's the second one?
Oh, the second one. The second one. Well, you need to talk about the second one because that's the Valhalla.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's again another new ride in Blackpool. So myself and Mari went on this ride, and before we went on it, I could see that people were coming off with drenched clothes. So at first I was like, nah, I don't know about that, because it was cold. It wasn't like warm.
It wasn't summer.
Exactly.
It was the end of the year.
Exactly. We didn't have a change of clothes. We didn't really plan it. So we saw this ride. We was like, wow, looks amazing. Really want to do it, but don't know, because obviously if we went on and we got drenched, didn't really have a change of clothes to come back to. So my little boy was like, oh, Mummy, come on, let's do it. I was like, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to do it. So in the end, obviously, I took the short straw, and
she came back drenched.
Decided to go on.
She came back
and I was like, Chris was like, don't go on, you're going to get drenched. I was like, how bad could it get? Went on.
And we had these rubbish punch holes for about 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know where we found them. And she put them on, and it was like literally wearing a bin liner.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't do nothing.
No,
she came back soaked.
Soaked.
Yeah.
Like completely.
So anyway, I am glad I opted out of that one.
But I will do it again.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
In the summer, I'm sure it's going to be no problem.
Yeah.
And I don't like wet rides. It's crazy because I like being around the water. I like being on the water. I don't mind getting splashed in the boat. But rides, I do not like the after bit where you got to carry on walking around with drenched clothes and sit on other rides as well for the rest of the day. So I conveniently pulled out that one, and Lane couldn't wait to go on it. So Lansford. Anyway, that's an amazing ride, by the way, and I will definitely go on it next time we go there. But the next one is an old favourite of ours, which is the big one.
Yes, the big one. It's been renamed again. That was the Pepsi
Max, I think it was. Yeah.
At some point,
I'm sure it's called Iron Brute. No.
That was the big one. Yeah, that was the Pepsi Max.
One. Yeah. And that ride never gets tired.
No.
It's a massive roller coaster. I think it's like. It's 180-foot drop or something like that. Yeah. Vertical, almost.
Amazing.
And it's an amazing ride, and it never gets tired. I can't say any more about it. It's just you need to go on it.
Yeah.
It's just a massive roller coaster. The car itself feels really small, like you're going to fall out before you even left the station. And every time we've been in it so many times over the years. I think one year we stayed in that thing like from 10 o'clock till 11 o'clock at night when it shot.
Yeah.
I just remembered that first drop, and I sat in this car, and it felt like I was going to fall out, and I was like, oh my God.
What have we done?
Yeah, but once you go down that first drop, it's worth it. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And the first drop's not in the scary bit now.
No, it's when you go around that bend.
The 10, and it's like you're almost looking down, you're so high up, and you always think the first drop is normally the one that scares everyone. It's not. That happens really quickly, and then it's off. So the Pepsi Max, big one, what you're going to call it, definitely to try at Blackpool.
Also, not only that, when you're on it, it's so clankety now because you've got new rides that are just so smooth, especially like Icon. It's so smooth, you don't even realise that you're in a roller coaster seat, whereas in that, you definitely realise that you are.
And talking about clankety, the Grand National.
Oh my God.
That one's literally, they tell you straight, do not use a phone on it.
Nope.
You don't go on there if you've got heart problems, back problems, pregnant. If you're human, don't go on there, because that is a really, 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 really old roller coaster.
Yeah.
And you feel every single, and it's all wooden. It's amazing. It's to me, honestly, it's my favourite roller coaster.
Definitely.
And the best thing about the Grand National is that there's two roller coasters racing each other.
Yeah.
And we've won every single time.
We have, yeah.
Every single year we've got it, we've won. And they actually do alternate. I mean, it's all gravity, so it's not controlled. Each one can win, and the race. And every time we've gone on one, we've won.
We've won, yeah.
And it's not been the same one, so that's an amazing ride.
Yeah.
We can go on all day about Blackpool, Pleasure Beach, but the last final one in Blackpool for you, Elaine.
The final one has got to be the Big Dipper.
The Big Dipper.
Actually, was the Big Dipper? No, that weren't running when we
No,
we
but
went
it
this
is
time.
good. But
It is
yeah,
amazing.
we missed they reopened it after 100 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And we went there just before they reopened it, so we missed out on that one. And when we was invited to go back to see it, we was on another adventure, so we got it. But we'll definitely go back and try that.
So in terms of one that we did actually do, was it Iron Brew? Is that the Iron Brew, the blue one?
No, the Iron Brew's orange and blue one goes back and spouts and comes back.
That's the one.
Yeah, you went on that.
Yeah. And Vanessa nearly broke her neck.
I know.
But yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I've been on the Iron Brew, to be fair, but I didn't go on that one. I think I went on I call it the bobsleigh. Is it
Oh yeah, that was good.
The toboggan?
No, Avalanche.
Avalanche, yeah.
Avalanche was good.
So the Avalanche is very good. It's basically a bobsleigh ride. I call it bobsleigh, toboggan, and it goes round, and it's really good. It looks slow when you look at the ride, but when you're on it, it really moves.
Yeah.
But it's a really smooth ride. You don't get no whiplash or anything like that, but it really gets the adrenaline pumping. We're going to move on to our next theme park.
Yep. Right, so the next one has got to be the Gullivers World and Kingdom.
Gulliver's World and Kingdom are two separate parks.
Yeah.
Do not get confused. One's in Warrington, and one's which is near Cheshire, and one's in Matlock, which is in Derbyshire, the area. They're both completely different parks. Both got different themes. My favourite one growing up for a childhood was Gulliver's Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot. I mean, when you're young, everything looks completely different. When we went there, we was lucky enough to go there when it was closed.
Yeah.
And not many people do that. So we even got Columbus around the park, and we drove around, and we that's my dream. Going back there from when I was a young boy, living in Sheffield, etc. It was a dream to go back there and see Gulliver's Kingdom, and it was closed, so we didn't get back to go back when it was open.
Yeah.
So what I can say about Gulliver's Kingdom, we need to go back and check that out properly. So you one day and show you around the park when it's fully open. But what we did do there is stay in their brand new Willows apartments.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they were cool. They were new, so we went in and didn't really know what to expect because there wasn't really much information online about it, but it was very much Willow themed. I didn't know the story at the time, and I still probably
from
don't,
the Wind of the Willows, by the way.
Yeah, I've never really read it. I'm not really that clued up about it. But from going in there and seeing all the photos on the walls and the bookshelves and stuff, I would assume that it was all about fishing and some animals,
toads
and
and
stuff,
rats and
and catching stuff. So it was cool. It was very good. The kids were completely besotted. They loved it, and and it was literally on site. So at the bottom of the hill, you could just walk up the hill to the theme park and just roll back home. So that is pretty much what we did.
Yep, and also within the Willows apartment, they've got like an indoor camping area in the bottom of the building, and
not Willows. It's a complex. So underneath they've got the camping section.
Yes, and it's got like tippy tent stuff and all that. It's amazing in there.
Yeah,
it feels really, really good, and we didn't get to stay in there, and but we had a quick sneak preview. We had to get so check out again our videos to do Gulliver's Kingdom on that. But what I will do before I move on to Warrington, which I've got to quickly run through Warrington, that's an amazing place, is that Gulliver's Matlock itself is an amazing place. And when I can say this, it wasn't even great weather when we went there, was it?
No.
The weather wasn't that great. It was raining for most times, misty, and when the fog cleared, it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And exactly, I remember it. You had the big pond there, which apparently doesn't go below certain 18 degrees.
Yeah.
You got the nice river, which I'll come to in a minute, but also you got just the whole scenery and the town.
So it felt magical. It was weird.
It's the only place I know in Britain's got 355 fish and chip shops on the same road. Literally every shop's a fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
It's almost like a seaside town, isn't it?
Yeah.
Within a rural location.
But it was nowhere near the seaside.
Yeah.
You would expect to see a seaside like over the way. No, it wasn't.
And then I've got to mention to Paul there at Matlock Boats as well.
Yeah.
You need to check him out. He's right on the water. He takes you out on an electric boat up and down, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very good service. And they've also got.
He's funny.
He's very funny, Paul. He's really good. We're gonna come and check you guys out. Matlock is such a gem in the UK.
Definitely.
And I think they call it the Venice of UK or something?
I don't know, actually.
Venice or something?
Yeah,
Not Venice, the Riviera.
Oh, the Riviera.
The Riviera, I think they
Okay.
call it. It really does feel like that. The countryside. You got to do Abraham Heights as well.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, the weather weren't so good there, but you know, yeah, it was amazing.
We didn't get to do all of it,
Yeah.
because the weather was horrible. And when you got three kids, it can be a bit too much for them because it's really, you know, you need to really have nice weather. But regardless, we still went up there. We still with the cable car views was amazing.
Went through the caves.
Oh yeah, the caves are amazing. Again, you'll see the clips of all that. Check out the videos.
Right.
Anyway, as you leave there, Warrington was a place.
Yeah.
And Warrington, my first impression was, this is nice.
Yeah.
And it's really nice country. It's a weird theme park, and we've had to spec these theme parks where you go to them, you expect like a big foot park kind of thing where you just go through a gate. It's heavily intense with railings and stuff. You go in there and you just bang out these rides. No, it wasn't. It was like going to a farm.
Yeah.
It's very relaxed. There's a campsite with static caravans and lodges and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like going to a farm because there weren't any farm animals. It was just like
No, our kids
it
were
was
there.
almost. It was more like going to a themed world because like when you got there, like Chris says, it has a campsite, you have parking on site, and then over the way you then see the theme park through gates. So you have a lot to do even if you're not going to the theme park. So they had fires, they had campfires, they had like a snooker area, then you had like a hotel area that had seating, and people were just chilling out there and watching, like a cinema room. It was quite interesting. But then obviously once you went through those gates, then it was just amazing because you went through into the theme park.
And we stayed literally a stone throw away from the park.
Yeah.
So we can, we couldn't really see the park gates, but literally it was a 2-minute walk to the park. The park was amazing. Let's go in the park. So when we went through the gates, and we noticed all the mascots running around, and there's a massive pond on your left, and as you walk over the pond, etc., etc. And then you've got a couple of steam trains that go around the park.
There was, yeah.
And we had to do that.
Yeah.
I think the first day we missed it. I think, but we went on there, and it's an amazing place.
Yeah.
The customer experience. The kids loved the mascots as well.
They did, yeah. Kids were very, I would say, in between. So it was both for adults and kids. They had the blue ride. Is it what was the blue ride called?
The roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the blah, 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 blah. Right. The blue ride was. Do you know what I forgot what it was? It was something with racing. We'll put a link on it. We had the blue roller coaster, which is their newest roller coaster.
It was, yeah.
And we've done so much, it's hard to remember his names, but we remember the rides and but we'll put a link in what they are. I'm sure they'll label it on the video.
Yeah.
What you remember. But that ride's quite new. It wasn't very big, but it was really, really nice. I went there probably 100 times.
Yeah, you did. You liked that ride.
Yeah, even though they had a big roller coaster, which is great as well.
Yeah.
And as you've seen in the footage, some people were really over the top. I've been on worse roller coasters than that. And I'm like, oh, really? Come on. But no, it was really, really good experience.
Oh, that was the older one, wasn't it?
The older one.
The wooden one, was it? Yeah, that was a really good roller coaster as well.
And then you had loads of other rides inside the park, which, they had all kinds of rides in there. It's so much to list.
Yeah, the great thing about Warrington as well was that it actually felt like a park inside the theme park. So there were areas where you could just like chill on the grass and have a picnic.
Again, you don't get in the other theme parks like Blackpool. It's, very concrete art based. Just all about, is that going, you ever go Formula 1 or you go rally racing? When you go rally racing, you sit by a grass verge and watch the action.
Yeah.
When you go Formula 1, you sit in an odd stand. That's what it is. It's like, it's more relaxed, family, environment.
And they had on-site restaurants as well, so if you didn't want to leave the park, you really didn't have to. There was a lot there for you to experience and make a whole day of it, really.
Yeah, and we did.
Oh, we definitely did.
And we stayed on site. And let's run to lodges. The lodge we stayed at.
Oh, it was amazing.
Was really, really
Yeah,
nice.
it was really nice.
Really nice location. It was nice for you.
Very thought through. There was everything you needed there. It was really comfortable.
Yeah,
the kids loved it.
And the high-end one as well. I was shocked at the quality of the furniture and stuff. You know, it wasn't. And so, yeah, it's 10 out of 10 for that. If you're going to go there, stay on site. But you can also stay there even if you don't go to the park.
Yeah.
And between the park and the camping area, there's a massive building where they've got a restaurant and all that kind of stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
And which is used for various other things outside of the park. So, Warrington, I must say you've got to do that. My favourite ride there definitely is, and it will come back to me, and it sounds stupid, so I love big roller coasters, but their new roller. I know you went the pendulum one.
Oh, the pendulum was amazing. Yeah,
is it a pendulum?
That was really good.
Or they got another name for it?
Oh, it's called something else, but yeah, it is like a pendulum that swings up and round. Yeah, that was good, but I need to get the exact name.
Yeah, it is basically a pendulum. That's what it is, but they rename it different names because of copyright laws and all stuff with other companies. So, yeah, I call it a pendulum, but it's one it spins left and right and it turns and it goes upside down.
Yeah.
And the kids went that so many times. It's unbelievable. They loved that one.
That was good.
And while they was on that, I was opposite them on that small roller coaster. And the girls look at me like, you really like this ride, don't you?
Yeah.
Why? I'm like, well, it's good. It's just small. And we went the roller coaster multiple times. So, yeah, so moving on from Warrington.